So I just watched the show Them on Amazon Prime. Very traumatizing and triggering show. I literally cried for 2 hours after the Cat in the Bag episode. I'm still fucked up about that shit. A show that all YT people should watch, since they like to pretend that, you know, racism doesn't exist and things just happened so long ago, even though they're happening right now. And it just made me think about how, you know, you have people getting lip injections and tanning their skin to the point they look like alligators, and they have leather skin and they look like a freaking belt. Even though, you know, when you have a lack of melanin, every time you tan your skin in UV rays, you're causing yourself skin cancer because you don't have melanin. And how they go and get these perms and they're blackfishing, and how all of our culture, clothing, music, food, if you even go on social media, everything is revolved around black culture. And then you take it even further back to Europe, when the Europeans didn't wash their ass. They were eating rats. They didn't even know how to grow any food. Like, they didn't know how to do shit. Also, us cave dwellers would not even exist if it wasn't for black people, because they were the first people on Earth. Like, YT people wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't for black people. Because of the bubonic plague, because they didn't know how to feed themselves, they didn't know how to wash themselves, they were living in caves. Like, black people literally taught them agriculture, literally taught them how to bathe, literally taught them how to fucking survive, taught them everything. And again, we wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for black people. Like, our great granddaddies and grandmamas once upon a time were black because they were the original human. So we come from black people. They created us. They're dominant, so we obviously wouldn't be genetically superior. Obviously, when even rock and roll and Elvis, and we found out Beethoven was black, but all of the music has been stolen from black people, all of the art, all of the inventions. They're strong, they're athletic. That's why, you know, these YT team owners love to exploit black athletes and make their money. And young talent, the dancing, obviously, the music, the talent, the dancing, the strength. Back in the day, they didn't know where to find water or how to grow food, so they exploited black people's greatness. They were like, damn, we can't stay outside in the sun for hours and hours doing this shit because we'll literally die. Like, we need them to survive, is what white people said. You know how you have a parasite and every parasite needs a host? YT people have been the parasite and black people have been the host. The same way males created sexism to basically exploit the greatness of women. Because we can all go to a sperm bank and get sperm. There's tons of sperm. There's endless amounts of sperm. We don't need males to reproduce. We just need the sperm. And we got it. So, you know. But even if you take an egg from another woman, you still gotta put it inside of a woman to reproduce. You still need a human body of a woman, biological woman. You still need the womb and uterus of a human being that was born female, where we can just go to a sperm bank and get some sperm. You really need a woman to reproduce. We don't need you to reproduce at this point. So, clear people, YT people, realized they need black people to survive. And instead of oppressing and exploiting black people, when all black people did was be nice to them more than they fucking should have, since based on what we see now, you should have let them motherfuckers eat rats. I don't even care. You should have let my ancestors eat rats and shit on themselves and not wipe. You should not have helped them. I swear you should not have, because look at the ungratefulness. Then you have the audacity to try to turn people into slaves and exploit them and use them when they were literally trying to fucking help you. They were trying to help you. And this is what the fuck you do to them? And it's the same with women. Racism was created to exploit black people and native people. And sexism was created to exploit women. Like, this goes to show you can't do nothing for no one, bro. You give an inch and motherfuckers take a mile. YT people know that they're nothing without black people.
So white people will never leave black people alone, and I'm going to tell you why. White society's obsession with black people isn't new. It's centuries old. If you think about slavery, colonialism, and exploitation, from the start, white wealth in America was built off the backs of black bodies. Sugar, cotton, tobacco, rice. This wasn't just economics. It was a system where white people's very identity was shaped around controlling and owning and watching black bodies. But here's the wild contradiction in all of this, right? While trying to dehumanize us, white culture has always been obsessed with us, right? They copied our music, our style, our language, our food, even our rhythm, all while denying us basic rights. Think about jazz and rock and hip hop and fashion, all born out of black genius, only to be taken, watered down, and sold back to the world with a white face on it. So why can't they just stay away? Because in a system that is built both on exploitation and envy, distance is impossible. White supremacy depends on keeping black people in place, close enough to use, control, or imitate, but never free enough to threaten the hierarchy. It's a sick paradox, fear and fascination at the same damn time. On a psychological level, it's projection. White folks will project their guilt, their fear, and their insecurities onto blackness, and then turn around and crave the very life, culture, and resilience they tried to destroy. It's like they want the sauce, but not the struggle. Now, to be real, not every white person acts like this, but the system, the way whiteness has defined itself against blackness, makes it so this obsession keeps resurfacing. Whether it's over policing or culture appropriation or trying to legislate our lives, it always comes back to the old need to dominate mixed with a quiet desire to be what they can't.
Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
What's the answer?
The answer is the liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still going to be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity. That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is. But with that nigga nose, it can only be niggas. Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part? Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. No, just the nose.
If you can't tell, the whole black Scottish thing and the whole gingers are black thing, like, Americans are obsessed with black people. It's clear. Even the racist ones. We are obsessed with black people. We love them. Most of us love them. There are a few of us that act like they hate them, but they're also obsessed.
So yesterday, I was scrolling TikTok and I came across a video of this lady. And she was talking about how she moved away for her job, and where she had to move to, there was no black people. And she was talking about how she missed the black people. And I understood exactly what she said. I watched the whole video. I understood everything she said. Because whenever I moved to Lawrenceburg, I missed black people. I missed them so bad that I came back home. I was up there for like 2 years because I had moved up there to help my sister at her job. And I could not wait to come home. There were black people there, but it was few. And like, you only seen them in passing. I don't know, maybe if I had lived there longer before that, I could have met more black people and been around. But living where I lived, I was ready to come home. And when I have these conversations with people, like trying to tell them about why I am the way I am, because I've had people tell me, oh, you want to be black? Why would I want to be black? I see what black people go through. I've been around black people when they've been racially profiled. I've been around black people when they get side-eyed for doing absolutely nothing. I've been side-eyed for doing absolutely nothing before because I was with black people. So why would I want to be black? And now don't get me wrong, I will stand next to a black person with them while they go through every bit of that and go through it with them in a heartbeat. I'm not saying that to say, I could never be that, because I will go through it with them effortlessly. But as far as, you just a white girl, you want to be black, it's not that at all. But I will say, my 38 years of living, I would much rather be part of a black household than a white household. When it comes to the family dynamic, way different. Way different. You walk into a black household, you can feel they love different, their vibe is different, their energy is different, everything is different. You can't, I'm obviously a white girl, a white person, and say family gatherings, for instance. I know there's white people that have big family gatherings or whatnot. I'm not. My family's not one of them. Our immediate family, we gather on holidays. Mom, dad, brother, sister, grandkids. It's us. My grandma, I hardly ever see her. My aunts, I hardly ever see them. My cousins, like when it comes, you know how black people are with their cousins? And they have a lot of cousins, but they fuck with all their cousins. I love my cousins. I love them to death when I'm around them. We cut up or whatever if I go around them. I don't see them. We don't text each other. We don't call each other. We don't meet up and do stuff together. We don't even talk unless it's been a planned event for something, which is rare. Very rare. Black people, they got cousins everywhere. Even if they ain't their real cousins, they gonna call them cousin. They gonna treat them like their cousin. It's just different. Black people are way different than white people. And 10 times out of 10, I'm going with the black people.
Y'all, the shift has finally hit the fan. People are waking up and realizing that something is missing. Something that is necessary. Something that is needed. A little bit of almond joy, a little bit of nougat crunch, Hershey's bar, Reese's cup. They're realizing that they need chocolate. So the ones that have distanced themselves from us, they're waking up and realizing, hold on, that we've always been the magic, the black magic, y'all. What the hell? The veil is really lifting, y'all.
I miss black people. I know that sounds crazy, but I am from Georgia, and I used to go to HBCU, and the majority of my friends were black, and now I live in a small town in California, and I miss black people. There's not very many here, and I hate it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my job, I love my friends here, but I miss black people. Don't come for me. I miss the culture, I miss the vibe, I miss the confidence, the jokes, the food. I miss black people. Something's missing in my life, and I've come to the conclusion that that's what it
I need
is.
some black joy. The fact that black joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs. But black people, especially black Americans, are the best at joy. You've turned it into an art form. I know it came from terrible hardship that you've turned into soul and then into joy. And we, Chinese people, we just turn that hardship into more hard work. But I know you can't give it to us. We have to go out and earn it for ourselves, just like you did.
What do you mean by that?
Where I'm from in Pennsylvania, it's mainly Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and the Spanish community, and bless their souls, are great people. They brought great culture and all that. But they always would mess up my beard. The first thing they would do is they would hack it off. I don't like my beard to be short, and they would always end up making it short on me, no matter what I told them. And it would always be a language barrier, too. And then because of the way my beard grows, I would try to explain to them that you can't make it even, you have to make it look even because of the way that it grows, and they would never do that. And then today I decided to give another barber a chance. After years, I came to a black-owned barber shop. And I'm just saying, I think I found a barber.
See, this is exactly what we tried to tell y'all for the past 400 years, but nobody didn't want to hear us. You know what I'm saying? What did y'all do? Y'all hid our history. Y'all lied to us. Y'all manipulated us. Did some crazy things to us. For the past 400 years, we tried to tell y'all. We tried to show y'all how to live in harmony with nature, how to live in harmony with us. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to work in order to earn a living in this system. That's not how nature works. But y'all didn't want to listen to us. Then you guys took our spirituality, you turned it to religion, you made it evil so we wouldn't be able to use it and wake up out of this spell that majority of our people are locked in currently. But now the shift has literally hit the fan. Our brothers and our sisters are waking up, and now this is the collapse of this three-dimensional system because we don't want to play this game anymore. This is what actually brings me black joy. So yes, y'all, my brothers and sisters, the shift is here, but I want you to realize everywhere you go, I want you to know that you are someone's almond joy, okay? The shift is here. Everybody's going through it. They see it. They feel it. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Hey, tell me what y'all think of the video, man. We gotta unpack this for a few minutes. Y'all know how I do. Love the background movement. Number one,
They didn't know how to do
you gotta understand that, right? This video that I made is not coming from a place of racism, okay? I don't know if you guys can see it if you're black or if you're not black, right? But ever since Orange Dude has gotten into office, right, we got more emboldened racists. The anti-black rhetoric is extremely loud. You know, you can't go to any social media space via YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, without white people just saying something or talking or slandering. They're just always obsessed with black people, bro. It's exhausting, you know, and we can't go anywhere and just be left alone on the internet, on video games. It's everywhere. What do? You have to respond and say something back, right? So I just wanted to, you know, pull a few of these clips from TikTok or whatever. Well, I don't actually have TikTok. It just I can just still see the videos though. But showing you that, you know, obviously I understand it's not all white people, but if you enable other white people to do this shit, you're just as guilty. You need to be held just as accountable, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? And you can see, like, we had a video, I think, right? Hold on. I want to kind of scroll over to it. With this woman here, she was talking about, like, how she removed herself. I don't know if it was because of the election and, you know, maybe she had some quote unquote fake black fatigue, some reverse black fatigue, because the real meaning of black fatigue is the opposite of what they turned it into now. But I don't know if she had a black fatigue or her black, anti-black fatigue, reverse, whatever you want to call it, moment, and removed herself from the company of black folks. And now she wants, you know what I'm saying? She wants to get back.
Small town in California.
Right. So, you know, a lot of people, and I do understand that, right? A lot of these people that have this fear and have everything to say about black people the most are not even in contact or connection with black people at all. And that's the strangest things to me. Okay? Black people don't speak on things that we're not familiar with, especially when it comes to racial things. We really don't care. You know, like we just trying to live, you know, but for you guys, it's an obsession for some people, especially when you have nobody in proximity. And no, I'm not talking about that one black friend that you have, or that one black person that you work with, or that one black person that does a job for you. No, that doesn't count. If you're not immersed into the culture, we're talking specifically about you. And immersed doesn't mean you have to live in the hood or you have to work with everybody that's black. No, it just means that, you know, you may or may not like hip hop. You may, you know, I'm trying to think of any other. It's kind of tough, but you know, it's being more welcoming than what you understand, how you grew up, what you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So those people are primarily the people that are putting this stuff online, not people that are in proximity, not people that grew up around black people, had black classmates. It's not them. We know, we trust me, bro. We know. And we can tell from a mile away. You can't disguise it. You can't hide it. Right. But you know, you have to understand, right? When we speak about, like, hold on, this woman here in particular and how she, you know, was saying like she went to an HBCU. Yeah. You know, she loved the culture. Our black culture is real fun. It's real entertaining. It's real loving. It's real giving. But you also can't hop in and out of the culture when it's convenient for you either. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the luxury of doing that. We can't escape the skin color we're in. We love it. You know, I wouldn't trade this shit for the world, but at the same time, it's very dangerous. It's, you know, it's fun to be black, but it's also extremely dangerous in this country, right? Because also, yeah, you can be an ally and say you love the black community, but the moment something doesn't go your way, all of a sudden we're not shit to you again. Can't be that. You know, you gotta pick and choose whether, you know, you're going to have, you know, proximity to black people, or you're just not. Most of you aren't anyway. Most of you don't even live around us. You don't live around us. You don't go to our schools. You don't play sports with us. Nothing. Some of you grew up in West Bubba's Bank, Idaho, and you have never even had one black classmate, but have the most to say online and project the most hate and vitriol on black people when you have never been around us. It's crazy, you know? But going a little off topic with it, you know, but I just wonder, why is it such a thing to be obsessed with the culture of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why it's a thing. You know, like I know this from experience, right? You guys, like, politics for you is like a sport, and that's weird as hell to me. Politics for the vast majority of white people, especially ones that like to call themselves conservatives, and pretty much right now, if you're a conservative, you're just goofy as hell. And you shouldn't be a conservative. No way, no how. There's no reason for it, right? But you guys talk politics, race, and about black people like it's nothing else to talk about. You guys get together at your campfires, you talk politics. You get together at holidays, it's politics and black people. Why? You know what black people talk about when we get together? We talk about food. We talk about stuff that happened on TV, comedy, music. We talk about clothing. We talk about anything else except for y'all. We literally, and I'm not saying this in a nasty way, we don't care. We don't think about none of you. It's not like that. We don't hate none of you. We just want to be left alone. If you're going to be loving and, you know, good to the community, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome. But if you're not, kick rocks. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's really that simple. You got to pick a side and stay on it. If you're going to choose to hate black people and be that way, then stay on that side. But you can't pick and choose when you want to be cool and when you don't. Because we know when you're bullshitting us. We know. We can see it, smell it, feel it a mile away. Okay, we, you know, can we get to the point where, you know, from what I thought, right? Because maybe I was, I was blind when I was younger. Okay, I'm 37 years old. Maybe when I was younger, I was, how you say, uneducated, unaware of the fact that there was so much racism, or maybe it's always been there. It's just been covert because it wasn't seen as appropriate. But now, since, you have a guy that, allows people to be racist and pats you on the back for it, people think it's okay. He's not going to be here forever. Then what are you going to do? Regardless of what your political view is, stance or not, this is a democratic nation. This is a nation made of mixed people. It's always been of mixed people. And it's going to get more mixed as time goes on. There's nothing you or I can do about that. People are going to mix. It's okay to have different factions of cultures. It's okay to have a Muslim culture. It's okay to have a Christian culture. It's okay to have a white, a black, a Hispanic. That's a Asian, a Turkish, Russian. There's so many different people here. It's not even, I don't even understand why this is a thing. But you have to understand that's, the fun, the originality, the coolness, any of that comes with the black culture. You don't get to pick and choose what you want from it. It doesn't work. If you're an ally, we appreciate you. If you don't, kick rocks. It's that simple. We don't hate nobody. We literally just want to be left alone. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you cool with us, we cool with you. But most of the time, we don't get that. We get judgment. We get people trying to manage our lives and tell us what to do, how we should do it, what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. We don't need nothing from y'all. We good. I know just about as many white people as I do black, man. This is not no anti-white speech right here. This is being real about everyone wanting to separate themselves from black people, but want to take the valuable parts of black people with them. And you can't do it. You can't. You telling me it's not one black person you cool with? It's not one black athlete that you like? It's not one black TV show that you like watching that's not violent, right? Because you guys, you guys have violent shit too. Everybody does. You telling me is nothing? Nothing? Come on, man. Don't be ridiculous about it. But hey, I'm just saying, like, let's get back to the vibe that we had in the 70s, 80s. Well, I wasn't around in the 70s. Late 80s, I was born. I'm a 90s kid. 90s guy. Let's get back to that, man. I grew up around white people all the time, man. We never talked about none of this shit. Some of my friends' moms, were white. They never talked about race. They never talked about politics. They never did none of that shit. They treated us all the same, and we did the same for them. Why? What's up with all this separatism mindset shit? This shit is weird. You don't love nobody black? You never like one black person? Not one? Have you even sat with a black person to even try to like one? Like, stop the weird shit, man. This hate, this division, it's all propaganda made by the media and the current administration. And you're falling for the okie doke. At the top, they only care about green. They don't care what color you are. You're falling for it. Damn, it ain't one cool black person you like? Not one? Not one? Oh, well, whatever stigmatism that you have about black people, there's a lot of black people that don't even fit into those categories. You don't even like them either? Like this is weird. We in some weird ass times, man. Let me know what y'all think below. Comment, share. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.